I'm Sushmitha Duvvi, registration number 17BEC0772. My serial number is 7 and I belong to slot C1 TC1 of the subject Computer Organization and Architecture. This is my digital assignment 1 and the IC I chose is ATmega 32A. So there are a lot of block diagrams and flowcharts in this assignment, and there are many tables in this assignment. So all these I used particular tools to create these and all the flowcharts and the diagrams. So the tools I used are Word, MS Paint, uh, a tool called draw.io, online tool, and tool YED Graph Editor for all the flowcharts and small diagrams. So these are all the graphs that I made using YED Graph Editor or Draw.io tools. So as Draw.io is taking a lot of time to load and is an online application, I prefer using YED Graph Editor for smaller projects or smaller diagrams so that it like all these small diagrams and small graphs so that it is easy for us to access it anytime instead of waiting for a particular connection. So this is my YED graph editor tool. This is its logo. So the YED graph editor tool I downloaded in my laptop. So this is an application that I already have and does not require any internet or any other application to work with. So I prefer this over Draw.io tool for creating any graphs or flowcharts. So I already created all the graphs and stuff, but because there are picture snippets of the graphs and not a particular application wise saved diagrams, I am using this YED graph editor to demonstrate how I created those so that this can act as a proof that I did all of the diagrams that I submitted on my own. So already I created most of it so that I do not waste my time showing each and everything, because usually in a graph the only four components that we require are the start and end block, the main block or the statement block, and then the decision block and the arrows. So I left that part in the end so that I can show how I used all this to create my graph. But the rest I already created so that it won't waste our time. Now, in YD Graph Editor, you have different palettes. So there are shape node palettes, there are modern node palettes. So out of all these, the ones which we use are usually the flowchart ones. So this is the default flowchart palette for YD Graph Editor. It has all the symbols that we require for a flowchart. The cloud that I used in one of the flowcharts, or this off-page references one, the user messages one. So all these which we use are already present in YD Graph Editor. There are a few 3D tools too. So the common ones that we use are the start or stop block, the terminator or the initiator, and then we have the process block and the decision block. So already I created till here. So as this is a decision block, a diamond, already we wrote where no goes. So if it is no, it again goes to the start of the process. But if it is yes, we need to continue the process. Now next, because the next step is also a decision maker, we will add another diamond to the flowchart. Now you can just drag it, or you touch and you double click it, you will get one more. So the one that I created, this is its default size and color. Now we will use this use our mouse to drag it and enlarge it. And as you can see here, it aligns itself. It will tell us how much distance is there. Like this is the equal distance for the graph. This is the same distance that I took for all the other steps. So this is, see here, it shows that there is equal distance. So we place it there, and even when you size, you can see it will show you that it is of the equal distance as the before one. Right? See, we just show that it is as the equal size as the before decision block. Now we right click and go to properties. We will remove all the colors because as instructed, it is better to prefer a flowchart non-colored, and we add the text that is required. So here the text that we need is A is less than 0. So we should check if A is less than 0 or not. And as you are instructed, for a flowchart to be visible on screen or in a picture or a screenshot, it should have more length, like more width of the line. So we increase the width of the line. Now we apply and click OK. So now the default block, which was like this, it changed like this. So now we give the arrows. So you just touch one block and go to the other. You either go to the center or here, it will still stop it there. Now the line, you press the line. Here are the general properties of the line: the line's color, type, source arrow. You can change the type of arrow here, and here we will use the line type to be a bit wider so that it is visible in our pictures. And now we can select it and we can add a label. So because this is no, the other decision will be yes, right? So we add a yes, and after we add, we can select it and change its position anywhere near this line. Okay, so we will leave it there. And now because this is the decision block, again we have two decisions, yes and no. So for yes, the next part of the process is a process block. So we will align it here. We will increase its size. Okay. So you can see it is aligned and to the center. Now we will press properties. Again, we will do the same with this. We will change the color. We will remove both the colors. We will make the line wider, and we will give the text. Okay. So we apply and click OK. Now again we give a line to this, and after this we have the end block, right? So the terminator block we add here, and we increase the size a bit, align it to the center, go to properties, we change it to no color, give the line type and add the text, and okay. So we apply and click end. Now again we will give this, and all the blocks should be terminated. So we will give this, we can align this straight, and we will choose the lines, and we will increase the line width so that it is visible in the screenshot or the saved picture that we take. So in the line type we will use label, and here we will add a label. This is for yes. You will okay, and here we will add a label no, and this I'll place it here. Okay, so this is the final graph that we have from start to end. In YD graph editor, you can see the structure view here. What all are the elements that we wrote in each of the block is visible here. You can search for a particular text. If you want to say you need to find count is equal to 0. So it will show you count is equal to 0, and it will highlight the block so that you can directly go to that point. The number of nodes and edges are given here in the general property view. And then this is your final one. You will save this into your picture file. So that is how I save most of the pictures. But usually before when I was doing this assignment, as it was not updated to its latest version, it did not allow me to save most of the pictures. So I had to use a snipping tool. Here we have a snipping tool. So I used the snipping tool to snip most of the pictures from the application and add it to the assignment. And this is the table. This table, zoom it in. This table I used a Word file to do this table, highlight the colors and everything. So this is my assignment 1 for computer organization and architecture, and the proof that I completed all of my flowcharts and diagrams on my own. Thank you.